Hi, guys, and welcome back to an episode of Jules on the Couch. We are back. I am so ready to film today. So take a seat, sit down, get comfortable. We have a lot to talk about today. First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge this new beauty. I'd like to call her Crazy Red. Crazy Red. I am learning how to use her. I feel like I'm still kind of learning, so if you see me looking off to the side, I'm just making sure that my audio is good. I missed having a microphone so much. My boyfriend got this for me for Christmas, and I love it so much. As you can see today, it is not Julia that you see, it is Mrs. Snape. Guys, today I wanted to talk about Frankenstein. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not, but it's on Netflix. It is the one with the Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein, and that movie is so good. It is graphic, but Frankenstein definitely has his reasoning for being graphic, and I do not fault him for that. And everything that he has done in that movie was justified. Now, Victor, I would personally like to have a word with Victor, just him and I, and maybe the end of a sharp object. But that movie was absolutely incredible. It was beautifully done, very beautiful, very well done. The acting is phenomenal. I love every bit and piece of it. So watch it if you haven't seen it already. But if you have seen it or haven't watched it yet, I still urge you to watch this video so you can apply it if you want to watch it, or if you've already seen it, if you feel the same way that I do. This movie is absolutely incredible. I do have notes here that I took because after I watched this movie, I realized there's a lot of secret meaning behind the whole entire theme of the movie. It might not be intentional or it might be intentional, but this is my POV, so you will, of the movie and what I thought about it and the deeper meaning behind Frankenstein. The message that I perceived from this movie was unhealed trauma turns you into someone the world misunderstands and someone who even misunderstands themselves. Now, the reasoning for that. In the movie, Frankenstein was obviously created by Victor. When he made Frankenstein, he chained him up in a basement, basically, and he would go and talk to him, but at the end of the day, he didn't treat him like a human being. He didn't have like a warm and cozy bed and eat normal food and do normal things. He was chained up, basically, most of the time, and didn't get to actually just be free and be himself. And he didn't teach him in the correct way that you would teach a new human being. I guess you can consider it also like a child. He didn't treat him with like love and respect and warmth. He kind of, bullied him and was mean to him and treated him as an object and like it was something that he owned, which obviously would cause some sort of trauma. Frankenstein is not evil at all. He's wounded, he's misread, he was abandoned, he was left alone. My lights are flickering, so just try to ignore that because my lights have been messing up lately. He's never given the chance to explain himself. He's always put in these predicaments. Oh my god, this is gonna annoy me. It's like, really? I can't just have something work? They're flashing horribly. Alright guys, we are back. Unfortunately, I had to change my light back to one of my old ring lights because these new lights that I got, they flicker and they won't stop flickering and it's so annoying. It is so annoying. It drives me insane. So I apologize for that. So in the movie, Frankenstein is never given the chance to explain himself. He's always caught in these situations where, like, someone will come into a room and see that, I don't know, 5 people have died. In reality, Frankenstein didn't kill those people. They were attacked by something else. And then they think that Frankenstein did it. But since he can't speak, they just start shooting at him and trying to kill him. And even later in the movie, when he learns how to speak a little bit more, he still is caught in these situations where they just see him and they kill him and they assume he's at fault and they assume he did it and they just kill him. And the heartbreaking part is, from this, he obviously doesn't have friends. He doesn't have a family. The only person that he did know, Victor, hurt him and abused him. And yet he wants a relationship with Victor because that's the only person who he actually kind of knows, even though he doesn't necessarily like Victor. So he was created to be in this world to think negatively about himself, dislike himself, not even understand like who he truly is. The hurtful thing about it is he can't even escape it, his loneliness, through death. He's forced to constantly relive his trauma over and over again. He's forced to experience rejection, experience loneliness, abandonment, blame for things that he didn't do, that he received from his maker. When you don't process what happened to you, you walk through life already judged, already feeling misunderstood, that you don't even put in the effort to have people understand you, because you're like, what's the point? What's the point of even trying to get people to understand me? Because all that you know is being misunderstood, being blamed for something that you didn't do, being disliked, people thinking that you're stupid because that's all you were told that you were. You don't even strive to connect with people anymore because you're like, there's no point. They're just instantly, they're not going to like me. They're not going to get me. So let me just be on my own. Let me just be a recluse and hide from the world. And it's so sad because in the movie, Frankenstein then eventually takes shelter in a barn, and because he's freezing cold, because he experiences being cold like a human being. And he hides in this barn and he starts doing things for this family, favors for this family, helping them build mostly certain things in their house. And they don't know who's doing it. And they just say out loud, thank you, thank you. And it's Frankenstein who's doing it. So he's a kind-hearted person. He's a kind-hearted, I guess, thing. Even though he was made to be human, he is a kind-hearted creature and is constantly misunderstood. But when people give him the chance, before they see him and get scared of him, they take the time to actually get to know him and become close to him. And so in the movie, he does actually have these closer relationships with certain people in the movie, but most people run the other way. And that's when he can become violent, is because now he's having to become violent because people are being violent towards him, when in reality, he doesn't want to be violent. But now he has to be because the way that people are treating him. The whole point of this and what got me to make this video was when he tries dying. When he tells Victor, I have to live this life alone. I don't have companionship. I don't have anything. And I can't even die. So what is this? Like, I'm just going to keep coming back to life to experience this torture over and over and over again. And it had me thinking about when you go through moments in life where you feel like the only way to escape is to die, because death sounds better than being alive. Death sounds better than the pain of being alive. But you can't experience death because maybe you can't die. Obviously, in reality, we can die. But what I'm trying to say is in life, when we have trauma that we go through in this life and we don't fix it, we don't work through it, we don't face it, every single day can feel like a drag. Every single day can feel like I would rather not be here than be here living this horrible life. I personally have not experienced that exactly, but I have experienced living day to day to day, being like, this is a drag, almost waiting for the day to end. Every single day when you wake up, waiting for the day to just be over. I've experienced that level of pain where you just want the day to just kind of go by and be over, and just let the next day come and let it be over and hurry it up, because I don't really like being awake, because being awake means pain. Being awake means sadness. I didn't experience to the extent of, rather wanting to die, but I have experienced pain in that way, and I know that many people experience the pain being so bad that they would rather die. And unfortunately, some people obviously do take their life because they have unhealed trauma, because their current reality is so bad. They can't escape it. There's no way. They feel like there is no way to escape the current pain, the current problems that they're dealing with, than to die. We have these traumas, and if we don't fix them and we don't work through them every single day until the sun goes up, till the sun goes down, feels like this endless cycle of pain and of depression and of life is so hard. Life sucks right now. This is bleak. You feel like a dark, heavy cloud is following you everywhere. You have this gloomy feeling, this dark hole in your chest, or this heavy feeling in your chest. This heavy, heavy feeling in your chest. And you're like, when is it gonna end? Like, come on. The thing is, like in this movie, and this is maybe a spoiler alert, but in this movie, at the end of the movie, he goes, I just need a companion. I need someone. Like, you can't have me live this life where no one understands me, no one gets me, no one could relate to me, and have me live this life where everyone wants to basically kill me just because of what I look like, because they think I'm a monster, when in reality I'm a kind-hearted person. I need a companion. Like, you can't do this to me. And when he said that, it broke my heart, because it made me realize, in this life, when you are going through hell, loss of someone, an addiction, maybe you did something that you highly regret, and now your view of yourself is completely different, and you don't even like looking at yourself in the mirror. It can be an assortment of things. Whatever situation you are in, if you're dealing with it on your own, without a friend, without a companion, without one person that can hear you out, that could understand you, that can go through it with you, if you are in a situation like that, yeah, you will honestly feel like you would rather die, because you're like, I don't have anybody. Guys, I'm not going to sit here right now and be like, oh, believe in God. I'm not going to say that. Because in these situations where you feel like you would rather die than be alive because what you're going through, and you feel like, I can't tell anybody, no one could know, or maybe no one will understand me. What's the point of even telling them what I'm going through? I don't want to put that on that person. I get it. I 100% get it. But after watching that movie, it made me realize the importance of, even though what you're going through might be extremely bad, and maybe you don't even want to repeat it to anybody, the importance of telling someone, the importance of telling someone your background, where you came from, the importance of telling somebody a little bit about what you're going through, the importance about, if you don't even want to do that, if you just want to ignore what you're going through, ignore the childhood trauma, not think about the childhood trauma maybe right now because it's too much. Because there are moments it's too much. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to talk about it. You don't even want to go to therapy. It's like, I can't deal with that right now. And if you're at that stage where you're like, I can't even deal with it right now, I don't even want to talk about it to anyone right now, just having a friend, just having somebody to go to, just having someone that you can talk to and escape the reality of your mind with is so beneficial to your survival as a human being, because as human beings, we need connection. Without connection and with sitting on our own in solitude, day after day after day after day after day, not going outside, not conversing with people, not talking to people, not connecting with people, just giving up on making friends because it's like, what's the point? They're not going to understand me. We're not going to connect. They're not going to understand what I've gone through. Like, let's just push that away to the side. No more doing that. No more. They don't need to understand where you came from. They don't need to understand what you're even currently going through. Just talking to somebody, just looking at someone and talking to someone, just having someone to do something with, just having someone to go do something fun with really quick, even if you're down in the dumps. I'm telling you, and I get it, because that's what depression does to you. It makes you just want to sit and be by yourself. And sometimes that's what feels good, is sitting and being on your own. And I understand, because I've definitely been there in my life where I've been so sad. It's like, I don't want to be around other people. Honestly, I want to be by myself, and that's what feels good. And I understand that, because being around people can feel like too much. But I'm talking about for those people that are in your deep, dark solitude right now, and you feel like you're at the end of your wits, like you would rather than keep living another day. I'm telling you right now, you need to reach out to someone. You need to talk to someone. You need to reach out to somebody. You need to find that connection with someone. You need to talk to someone, whether it even be a person online, whether it be a person in person, it doesn't matter. You need to talk to someone, and you need to feel like there are people that you have. There are friends that you have. There are family members that you have. If there aren't friends or family that you have, just talking to anybody and connecting with anybody is gonna actually make you feel like, yeah, I can keep going. I can keep going because I have someone now that's there. I have someone now that I can talk to. I have someone now that isn't just going to walk out and give up on me. I have people in my life that actually see me for me. I have people in my life that do bring me a sort of happiness. I have people in my life that I actually enjoy talking to. And although we don't get to the depths of everything and talk about childhood trauma and all this stuff, I have somebody that I can at least talk to so I don't feel alone in my misery. I won't forget in that movie when he constantly said, I can't be alone. I need someone. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just keep living by myself? Being by myself? I don't have a home. I don't have anywhere to go. I have no one to call. The only person that I do have to call is my creator, the scientist Victor, who is not a good person. Like, what else am I supposed to do? But then when he goes back to Victor, and Victor apologizes to him, and he says, yeah, I accept your forgiveness, and then they actually hug and they actually reconcile, then you're like, oh my gosh, now he has someone. Now maybe he won't want to die. Now maybe after having that one person, now he's going to meet more people, and now more people are going to understand him, and now he's not going to be alone. He's not going to be alone anymore. I feel like true living does come from telling your story, but also true living comes from connection with other people. The way it's about being the way that you truly are, not what your environment told you. Oh, you're this, you're that, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're never gonna make it, you're never gonna be this, you're never gonna go to college, you're never gonna make this amount of money, you're never gonna be famous, you're never gonna be a podcaster, you're never gonna have friends, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. Your environment constantly telling you over and over again who you are, because that's actually what they think of themselves. You're not that person. You are what you are. You are what you want to be. And you don't listen to whatever your parents told you that you were, because that's not who you are. You are your own person, and you are the positive things that you think you are. And the people that you meet in your life, they don't need to hear about what your parents used to tell you that you were, because you get to be who you are right now. You don't even need to go back and talk about that. You don't need to revisit that with other people right now, because right now it might be too much. And I definitely understand that. I think you get to a certain point in your healing journey where now you want to talk to a therapist. Now you want to go back and unpack everything. Now you want to get down to the nitty-gritty. But before that, you need to just surround yourself with friends and people and connect with them. And then once you connect with them on a certain level, then you're willing to go and unpack everything. Then you're willing to dive deeper and tell people about your past. But if you don't even want to bring that up right now, and you just need to focus on being happy, staying alive, and seeing the brighter side of the day, then I urge you to find people to connect with, find a group to join, find a sport maybe to join, some type of activity that you can sign up that's free, that's even not free, some type of volunteer work, something to get you around other people so you don't feel like you are alone. Even if you go there depressed, even if you go there crying, even if you go there being like, what's the point? I'm not going to even be friends with anybody here. Still, I urge you to just go, get out of the house, get dressed, go talk to people. At the end of it, you're going to feel less alone in this world, because you're not. You know how many people there are in the world? And you know how many people there are that are going through exactly what you're going through right now? You know how many people there also are that are going through what you're going through right now and pretending like they're not, pretending like they're just happy. I bet you if you went and volunteered somewhere or went somewhere and you're going there super torn up inside, you're going to meet some other people there that are like, hi, how are you? And behind that mask, they're going through a ton of stuff, but they're like, I'm glad I came here and I showed up and now I'm meeting these people, and, you know, maybe you can connect with one of them. Who knows? Who knows? You never know until you try. So wanting to die is wanting the pain to end. Frankenstein in the movie, he wanted relief. True living comes from being seen. And yes, eventually being seen fully, but being seen in general. Going outside, getting outside of your house. True living is from connecting with others. You won't have to constantly relive your trauma if you're outside living life. You want to constantly relive your trauma because you're not going to be inside constantly thinking about it over and over and over again, when you could distract your mind with life, with going outside, with doing things. Did you know that actually one of the main causes of depression is not being able to do things? The main thing that helps fix depression is the act of doing things. And I used to be on antidepressants, and now I'm not, and I'm on ADHD medication. And ADHD medication helps me to do things. And doing things helps me to not be depressed. Working out, cleaning, filming, going to work, being productive. Doing things helps me to feel way less depressed. It's not even funny. When I go outside, it'd be the simplest task, going to the store to get toothpaste because I need more toothpaste. Doing that, click, check it off the checklist, I feel happier. Going through the drive-thru, getting a Starbucks, washing my car, going outside, even if I'm by myself listening to music in my car, that automatically, I did something, now I feel less depressed. You're super depressed inside. You're inside, you haven't left your house, you haven't brushed your teeth, you haven't brushed your hair. You're like, what is it? I don't care anymore. You brush your teeth, you put on a comfortable but, clean outfit. You go outside, you go on a walk. Boom, you did something. You're going to feel better. And I urge you every single day, if you're going through it right now, just getting up and doing one thing. It doesn't need to be this huge ordeal. If you're not ready to even talk to people or go to a group, you don't need to do that. Just get up. Get up. You're still alive. You're not dead. You're still alive. You have a heartbeat. People would kill to be alive that are clearly not alive anymore, would love to switch lives with you and be alive. And I know that it might feel like the end of the world right now, but it's going to get better. I promise you. Because if you feel like you're at rock bottom right now, there is nowhere to go but up. I have never heard someone being at rock bottom, staying at rock bottom. I have never heard someone staying at rock bottom. I've always heard, oh, I was at rock bottom, and then boom, life went up. Everything started working out. This happened, things happened, blessings happened, things happened, good things happened after another, because you're not just going to keep going lower, lower, lower. You're already at rock bottom. You're not going any lower. You're not going any lower. So start small. But I urge you to connect with others, get out of bed, do something, and just remember that as soon as you get up, as soon as you connect with someone, as soon as you start to do these little changes day by day, slowly but surely, your life will slowly but surely get better. Yeah, you might not be able to ignore the root of the problem right now. You might not be able to attack it right now. But what you can do is just try to live and remember that you are alive, and try to remember the things in this life that are worth living for. And something that's worth living for is just having that one person that can make you laugh, that one person that you can talk to, that one person, that one friend, or that one thing that you love doing over all things. If you love going and getting an iced coffee and that makes you happy, go get your damn iced coffee and be fucking happy drinking it. If you want to go play a video game because that makes you happy, go play a video game and freaking smile the whole time. Go listen to music. Go do things that you know are going to bring you happiness. Go experience the parts of life that are going to bring you happiness, because that is the only thing that you can do right now. But I promise you that it will get better. It will get better. I promise you. I have been down in the freaking dumps, down in the mud, and my life has gotten better. And although I wasn't at that stage where I was like, oh, I would rather not be alive, but I was at a stage that was pretty darn close. And I'm so glad that I held on to the friends that I had at the time, any family that I had at the time, just journaling or writing down something myself, doing the things that I knew would bring me happiness, which was what? For me, making my coffee in the morning, ordering food, watching my favorite reality TV show, or watching a movie. Those things made me happy. When I didn't have enough energy to give other people, when I didn't have enough energy to connect with other people, or like go to church or see my friends, staying inside, ordering food, watching a movie, I don't care, do that all day. That's the one thing that brought me comfort and happiness at the time, and that's the one thing that I did. But what helped me a lot too was just getting outside, seeing the sun, going on a little walk, doing something, cleaning my apartment, doing a little workout, doing something that would help me feel better. And I know that this completely went a kind of different route than I was originally talking about in Frankenstein, but I just felt the need to go that way and to say what I just said. So I'm assuming it's for somebody that's on the other side of this screen. But overall, if you don't have connection in your life, that's going to make you feel a lot more lonely, and that's going to make you feel a lot more depressed. So the main aspect of this video was We can all understand how Frankenstein felt, I'm sure, in some way. But connection is like at the top of the list. And also, you know, understanding that I feel like a lot of us do know what that feels like of this day is so bad. I just want it to be over. And I just want every single day when I wake up, I just want it to be over. I understand that feeling. And I know a lot of people do. And Frankenstein definitely did. So, you know what? Like, maybe not, maybe we all don't, but a lot of us do have a little inner Frankenstein in us. All right, guys. Mrs. Snape is out. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to the store actually because I need to get some stuff, and that's gonna help me feel a little bit better, even though it's freezing and it's dark outside already. I don't care. I don't care. I have stuff I need to do. But thank you guys so much for joining, and until next time, au revoir. I love you so much.